Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 1,000 pounds, sisters, Amy Halterman drags Tammy's former flames. In a 1,000 pounds, sisters exclusive with The Sun, Amy Halterman speaks freely about her thoughts on Tammy Slaton's former flames. Fans know that Amy loves her sister and wants nothing but the best for her. Amy, however, made it clear during season 3 that she was done being her sister's caretaker. She's ready to live her own life free of the overgrown child that is her sister. So, what does Amy Halterman really think of her sister Tammy Slaton's former flames? Well, turns out, she didn't like them very much. And now that season 3 is over, she's speaking freely about Tammy Slaton's former boyfriends. What did Amy Halterman say exactly? Keep reading for the details. Amy Halterman shares her true feelings about Tammy Slaton's bad boy ex-boyfriends. The TLC personality claims her sister's former flames refused to support Tammy's weight loss journey. Amy proceeds to tell the outlet she reached a place where she begged her sister Tammy to find someone to be with who would support her on her weight loss journey. The TLC personality admits she didn't care for any of her sister's boyfriends. She claims they were cool to talk to, but they were not good boyfriends for Tammy. She continued, "These guys were not bringing out the best in her. This one guy just wanted fat women. It's not good when you're trying to lose weight. I hope she meets someone who supports her, and I hope she has some kind of surgery when she comes out of rehab." Fans think Tammy needs to focus on herself. Like Amy Halterman, fans would love to see Tammy Slaton in a healthy relationship with someone who cares about her and has her best interest at heart. They, however, suspect she's going to have a hard time finding that until after she drops a significant amount of weight. Likewise, fans also think Tammy needs to focus on losing weight and loving herself before she can expect someone else to love her. Amy Halterman, née Slaton, has never been one to mince words. She's the blunt, fiercely loyal, and occasionally explosive core of the TLC hit 1,000 pounds. Sisters. While the show primarily chronicles the sisters' tumultuous weight loss journey, a powerful, recurring subplot has always been Tammy Slaton's ever-rotating parade of romantic partners, and the inevitable, blistering commentary they draw from Amy. For years, viewers have watched Amy perform a verbal drag race on Tammy's love interests, scrutinizing their motivations, intentions, and general character with the intensity of a seasoned private investigator. It's a defense mechanism, a comedy goldmine, and a stark reminder of the deep, complicated bond between the Slaton sisters. The central question is, why does Amy feel the need to dissect, dismiss, and ultimately demolish every man who walks into Tammy's life? The anatomy of the drag. The Amy Halterman drag is a multi-phased operation, often launched immediately upon meeting the unsuspecting suitor. It begins with the physical assessment, a rapid-fire appraisal delivered with a signature eye roll. For years, Tammy's relationships, especially those conducted online, raised alarm bells. The men she attracted, Amy observed, often seemed less interested in Tammy the person, and more in Tammy the spectacle. They were drawn to the novelty, the challenges, or, most cynically, the notoriety of dating a reality star. This suspicion forms the backbone of Amy's famous skepticism. Take, for instance, the infamous Jerry saga. A man who appeared more focused on enabling Tammy's unhealthy habits than encouraging her weight loss goals was immediately flagged by Amy. Her assessment wasn't about Jerry's looks or job. It was about his vibe, his willingness to bring junk food, and his lack of urgency regarding Tammy's medical crisis. The drag here wasn't just a critique. It was a desperate plea for Tammy to open her eyes to a potential danger. Then there was the notorious BBW King, whose entire identity seemed built around the fetishization of plus-sized women. Amy, ever the truth-teller, saw right through the performative compliments and addressed the enabling head-on. She wasn't subtle. She went for the jugular, highlighting the crucial difference between genuinely loving a person regardless of their size and loving them because of it, thus reducing them to a mere object. Her protective fury, though sometimes delivered as a comic rant, was aimed at shielding Tammy's fragile self-esteem. The motive, love, fear, and the TLC factor. Amy's constant interference isn't malicious. It's rooted in a profound, terrifying fear for her sister's life. Tammy's weight and associated health crises have repeatedly brought her to the brink of death. When a new man enters the picture, Amy doesn't see a potential partner. She sees a potential enabler or worse, a distraction from the grueling, life-saving work Tammy needs to do. Amy and Tammy's relationship has always been symbiotic. For years, Amy was Tammy's primary caregiver, transporter, and emotional ballast. Their lives were intertwined out of necessity. When a partner appears, Amy sees her essential role, the one who enforces healthy boundaries and administers tough love, being usurped by someone who may prioritize a relationship over Tammy's survival. The fear of the predator is also palpable in Amy's commentary. Living in the public eye, especially with a vulnerable sibling, opens the door to people seeking fame or preying on emotional dependency. Amy acts as the ultimate gatekeeper, yelling and screaming to scare off any clout chaser or gold digger looking to exploit the Slayton brand. Furthermore, Amy has a deep-seated belief that Tammy deserves better. As Tammy slowly, painstakingly began to take control of her health and self-worth, Amy's standards for her sister's partners rose exponentially. The drag became a way of saying, "You are fighting for your life, and any man who is not fighting just as hard for you and with you is not worth your time." The goal is to enforce the idea that Tammy's value is inherent, not conditional on the approval of a questionable romantic impact of the sibling drag. On a purely entertainment level, Amy's dragging is a cornerstone of the show's success. It provides necessary comic relief and a refreshing blast of authenticity against the often heavy backdrop of medical struggles. Viewers don't want to see a meek, polite sister. They want the hot mess express Amy, who voices the exact thoughts they have while watching. The memes, the gifs, the sound bites, they all stem from Amy's unfiltered reactions. Her rants about men needing to get a job or stop feeding her sister pizza resonate because they speak to a universal truth. We all have that family member who needs protection, and we all wish we could deliver a verbal smackdown to those who hurt them. The evolution of the drag. Interestingly, as Tammy's journey has progressed, culminating in her successful weight loss, bariatric surgery, and a genuine, supportive marriage, Amy's commentary has subtly shifted. The frantic, hostile dragging of early seasons has been replaced by a cautious, but ultimately approving guard. When a partner finally met Amy's seemingly impossible criteria, namely, a man who saw Tammy, loved her, and actively supported her health goals, the dragging stopped. The shield was lowered. This final stage proves that Amy's true objective was never to prevent Tammy from finding love, but to ensure that the love she found was safe. In the chaotic, high-stakes world of the Slayton sisters, Amy Halterman's scathing critiques of Tammy's former flames serve as a powerful narrative device. They are not just dramatic reality television moments. They are the raw, unpolished proof of a protective sibling bond, a televised cry for help, and a hilarious defense against the world of opportunists. And for as long as Tammy is on her journey, Amy will be there, ready to drag anyone who poses a threat, knife hands out, and sass fully loaded.